his laning stage miserable, he's just gonna take over.
Prepare for battle.
There's no way like Drow Ranger itemizes as fast as Phantom Lancer does to be as effective. Like, think about Aghanim Scepter, Mjolnir build. Yeah, that works well against Phantom Lancer and the illusions, but the question is, do you want to buy those items and how are you gonna get there? Because you always feel like you need different items. So, but it's also Skiter. He is a guy that most of the time he's extremely greedy, just tends to buy like Battle Fury, so I would not be surprised if I see something like an Ags coming out from him.
Well, that 5-man smoke gets revealed by the Slardar, who flops away with his pumpkin-headed little skin. But yeah, I'd agree. Like back in the day, Skiter, I can't remember what team name it was, but he was buying, playing Chaos Knight and Centaur position 1, going Midas Radiance. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the team called? I believe
it was with DNZ, right?
Penta. Yeah.
Penta.
Penta Skiter. Mid CK, and then he goes jungle, uses ulti. That was back in the days, and CK was really bad. Like, I mean, he's not the best hero right now compared to the other safe laners, off laners, where you want to play him. But yeah, he was pretty bad back then.
Begins.
Well, Mudgolems kind of faking this one out, bringing 5 heroes bottom, and also trying to contest top. But it looks like 3-3, not able to get near the runes. So the 2-for-2 trade, still what we end up with. Interesting ward here though from Mudgolems, actually in the dire triangle. Blocking up the Ancients from a very early point.
Burns, doesn't it?
Didn't really expect to see that. Oh, the cancel on the TP. MiLAN stops SoNNeikO in his tracks and then TP's top. So PL's alone here for a good 20-30 seconds now.
Yeah, that's gonna give 33, like 2 free creep waves where Phantom Lancer can't contest. He might try to get close, but Lina will harass him. Nice dodge.
Very nice doppelganger indeed. So Dream up on that PL against 3-3 and MiLAN. SoNNeikO's Omni trying to join in, moving up towards top. And MiLAN just going to give him the punches. That position 4 Lina really has become one of the more prominent picks towards the end of this patch. Getting a bit of burst damage onto SoNNeikO there and forcing the purification. Body blocking him, making him run around a long way through. Another Light Strike array hit, and MiLAN, oh, is that one more hit to finish him? And not going to close the gap in time.
Can he cancel the sound? No, he can't. But this should be a free lane for Lina, where you can't really kill her, so she can do whatever she wants. Spent most of her mana, has 2 mangoes to work with, but once she gets to level 2, the Fiery Soul, like you're playing into 2 melee heroes, so you're gonna have a really, really good time.
Yeah, just this kind of machine gun, perpetually spamming out right clicks onto Dream. And in the mid lane, Supreme Storm Spirit up against the FN Ember. Very even in that farm trade between the two of them. And down towards bot, Skiter Drow, Fata on the Treant, bringing out a bit of extra regen there, and he's got Orb of Venom on the tree, while Immersion has Boots on the Rubik and Old A Slardar. And you said at the very start of the draft, he's always going to struggle to stay in the lane against a Skiter Drow Ranger just because of this. Right-click harassment damage so much.
He needs to be careful, like Rubik wants to be closer than this, because if Twin Protector uses Nature's Grabs, put the point in a Leech Seed, like Skiter should have a really, really good time in this bottom lane, because I don't think he can be contested. If they start playing aggressively on him, there's always going to be that Nature's Grasp. Twin Protector still saving a point to see what he wants to go for. If there's a kill opportunity, he gets Leech Seed.
So it's a good opportunity there for Immersion to drag that wave back. Get himself close to level 2. Oh, mid lane. Vortex, but doesn't drag FN into tower range. Just keeps that chip damage going.
Pretty even. I still favor Storm Spirit slightly more in this matchup. I could say 55, 60.
Yeah, and Storm has the bottle now coming, while FN went Quelling Blade, Magic Stick. So some more early laning stage items picked up by the Ember. Do you remember the old, was it We versus Envy? They were on voice comms together, and one of them said, this hero beats that hero in the Storm versus Ember matchup. And Weehaw was like, nah, that's not how it works.
I don't remember that. I was not on Discord with them.
No, they did it on stream. I'm pretty sure Envy was like, Ember Spirit can defeat Storm. All he has to do is slight dodge the remnants. They go into like a 1v1 lobby, and we kills him within like 30 seconds. Like, okay, you can slight dodge one of them, but I'm just gonna dodge this, bro. Yeah.
Well, sounds like Envy stuff. How's PL doing? 15 CS against 18 on the Void Spirit. This type of lineup from Mudgolems, like, they don't have any cooldowns. Like, they can literally fight all the time. Same goes for the other side. So, completely different from what we, like, I would say usually see, where we have, like, Enigmas, Tide Hunters most of the time. Again, mid lane with the double damage, a lot of harassment on FN.
Yeah, 10 denies from Storm has put him closer to that level 6. And that double damage rune whacking into FN. But the bottles come out. Level 2 Flame Guard as well. That double damage, my goodness.
Boots of speed. FN needs to be careful.
He's going to get denied under his tower as well by the Storm Spirit. Skiter does lose his courier. Old Afterlife getting something done in that bot lane. Drow Ranger 21 CS really hammering it home as Old A only sitting on 11.
FN popped the glyph, so Storm Spirit can't get the creep wave straight away. Needs to use one more static remnant. The efficiency.
He's in a great spot to get the bounty runes now, though.
Now you're not allowed to touch the first glyph, like your mid laner wants to use it. That's the unwritten rule of Dota. I did not make that up. It's how it goes.
Rule.
Unwarranted.
No touchy the glyph.
Yep, you can only look, no touching.
Ember Spirit now jungling. Empty bottle means it's sad times in the mid lane. The Supreme back to full after a couple of bounty runes.
Most gracious.
And SoNNeikO is also kind of being chased away from his lane non-stop by MiLAN. Now the Lena's back here. Should have boots coming out on the courier. 3-3. What's he up to? Oh, it's the Urn and the Orb of Venom, like every single hero he plays in the off lane.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what he's playing, like that's the build. He just loves the item. In the interview, we asked him about it, and he said, yeah, I think it's a very good item, and I have to agree with him. Like, this is the favorite item in Dota, pretty much, for me, since it came out. Like, you get so much value out of it.
Cheap, effective, and recently, well, I guess the change was happened quite a while ago. You get the stats and the armor.
Hires you, Gary. Cheap and effective.
Well, that's what I was casting the series earlier on. All day, yeah, chase down. Supreme's first rotation as he hit level 6, finds them first. Blood for Fata, taking out Old A. 321 gold for that Treant.
Yeah, Fata did not want to take that kill. Like, he wanted to give it to Drow Ranger, but I feel like Drow Ranger was, I need to give it to Storm. Then Storm Spirit's like, I'm out of mana, I can't reach him.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So Treant Protector takes it.
Yeah, then Lena's had to come in towards mid to try and defend this catapult wave that's come in from FN's Ember Spirit. Fata's chasing the Rubik across the map. And Storm Spirit has to go all the way back to Fountain. Seems like 3-3 can sustain pretty easily up here. Level 3 in
no
Resonant
pressure.
Pulse.
Resonant Pulse against PL and the Illusions is just way too good. Omni Knight, he's level 3, no boots of speed. Void Spirit doesn't care too much about it, and now he's level 6, so unless he somehow overextends, you should not be able to kill him. Afterlife on the bottom lane, that's a ton of slow, 155 move speed.
What's that? Level 1 in the Nature's Grasp, and then that Drow Ranger level 3 in the Arrows. Oh, that's an incredible amount of slow. And you're right, this Drow Ranger's had a cracking time bottom lane. Second in net worth only to the Storm Spirit. Now Supreme is racing towards the Orchid as quickly as he can. A nice little stack that is being made up for him. And returns to that mid lane now.
Radiant are scanning.
And MiLAN's going to make a few more stacks in the triangle as well. That's going to be a good spot for Drow Ranger to fall back into when, you know, eventually this dire side are going to come bottom to try and shove the tier 1.
So far so good for Mudgolems. Like, lanes are going well. Top lane Void Spirit is level 6. There are a couple of stacks in the jungle for Storm Spirit to take. Drow Ranger is level 7 on the bottom lane, so you can't really just show, otherwise you're gonna die. Fata still saving a point. because he wants to see, you know, whether someone needs a help, because right now they're not doing too much with the Nature's Grasp, and now starts to use it on 33 on the top to get some extra regen.
Yeah, sees the opportunity for the living armor. I think you called it right, kind of a passive early game here, as both teams have that, you know, drow or the PL that want to build themselves up to a certain point. But Mudgolems, once they do have that Storm Orchid, it is going to be all guns blazing, as they'll have tons of opportunities to make the jump. While the other side, your jump is the Slardar, which we've already said, having a rough time, not going to be getting that Blink Dagger anytime soon. He's the teamfight starter for Live to Win.
Ember needs to be more active. Like, if they want to get the kills, if they're not happy how things are going right now, if they don't think they're out farming Mudgolems, which they're not, like, he needs to make some space.
Diving on him. He's tanky, but with 3-3 and Supreme there, they blow up the Omni Knight. And look at Skiter, behind the tier 1 tower. TP's top now, so 3 cores from Mudgolems actually moving north onto the tier 1. Did they see the Ember move there?
There is an observer ward, yeah.
What?
Close to tier 1 tower on bottom, so they're like, yeah, we're out. Fata, he's level 3, just got level 4, and I love that. Like, he understands, like, my job is not to deal damage, my job is just to secure the towers, delay as much as possible. I also want to lower the cooldown on the living armor, so, you know, I respect that. Like, most of the players would just get points in Nature's Grasp, but also how this game was developing, like, putting that 1 point in lead seed, I don't think he got value out of that. Maybe used it once, maybe didn't even use it.
Stupendous!
That tower will still fall eventually. There's the trade-off.
Going for a deny.
TP coming in from 3-3 as well. Leech seed there, the tower very low, the deny coming, and Fata gets it, and now all day. In a little bit of trouble, but he's got the Heavenly Grace on him from SoNNeikO. Nature's Grasp slows their retreat, and FN actually returning for another little pop here. Gets the chains onto 3-3. He's got 2 Astral Steps, and the rest of his spells coming back off cooldown, so FN, this dive doesn't seem too worthwhile, other than getting through the charges of Astral Step. While
I
mid
can see
lane,
chat, you know, typing gank, lol, because this one was, you know, not well executed. Even if you have perfect execution, not sure what that was, I don't think you get the kill against the dissimulate. 2 Astral Step charges, like 1 point in Searing Chains is just not enough to hold them in place.
and now that shift down into the triangle. Dream's going to make his nice little home there, and yeah, a big pink circle drawn by SoNNeikO saying the rest of us play here in front of that PL while he farms. Diving onto tier 2, they're trying to catch Fata. FN does get away with a lot here. Dives away with his Remnant as MiLAN threw the kitchen sink at him. Old A also stunning Supreme with the Remnant coming. Ah, they're not going to catch it.
That one
Rubik
close.
Nearly finds it with a Dragon Slave, stealing out Light Strike Array now. A weird little head-to-head there.
Yeah, weird decision by Rubik. He had the Dragon Slave, which is level 4, decides to take LSA instead. Like, he can, if he had the Dragon Slave, he can be the one just pushing out the lanes constantly.
Yeah, Slave plus Bolt. Insta clear those waves.
Radiant's bottom
Now defense of the mid-tier
attack.
ones. MiLAN refilling that bottle. Gets a couple of charges from Supreme. Drow Ranger just farming through jungle. Casual and calm.
Huzzah!
3 kills, 12 minutes.
We knew it was going to be
Take the
slow.
stick out. Gary poked him.
Time to poke the angry ogre. Both teams were just waiting for that key item. Storm, 200 gold away. And that surely should indicate smoke time soon for Mudgolems. While the Phantom Lancer is reasonably distant from the Diffusal Blade, but definitely keeping tabs on the net worth with the rest of the squad, and the Iron Talon he has helping out to accelerate him as well.
Yeah, this Iron Talon pickup is extremely powerful on the Phantom Lancer, because all he wants to do right now is just spend the time in the jungle, keep farming. He's going for the Diffusal Blade. He also might switch things around, because Manta is high valued this time. You're playing into Dream Protector. Silence Storm Spirit just finished his Orchid. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Diffusal Blade is really good. Maybe that's the timing they're looking for. You know, he's not that tanky. Has 21 charges, that's fine, and he also has Omni Knight. I think he's gonna be the
Radiant
target
are
that he wants to
scanning.
heal. Also, early on, you don't care too much about, you know, that they see you used Heavenly Grace on. SoNNeikO, like, position 5 Omni Knight consumes so much mana, so if somehow you manage to get, like, good tier 1 items, like a Mango Tree, Arcane Ring, something that
Dire's
can be
middle
passed
tower
down
is under attack.
to the Omni Knight, that's pretty good. What do they even have? A Faded Brooch. Ember Spirit is just gonna keep that for more move speed. Has a Windlace, Faded Boots. He's zooming in. 467 when used.
Doppelganger out by PL. They were looking for him with that Storm Orchid. They catch the Slardar though. Blow him up with a Laguna Blade. Now Dream's coming in. The TP out from MiLAN. They can't cancel it. They can kill him though. And Supreme's out of mana. Storm Spirit trying to go for a TP himself. The damage is coming but not fast enough. They get one but not two. Mudgolems lose the Treant in the meanwhile as FN does get that grab in between the two jungle camps.
Just a trade, like we don't see big team fight. Seems like no one wants to fully
Radiant
commit.
structures are fortified.
I still feel Phantom
Radiant's
Lancer is the
bottom
king of
tower
this
is under
game.
attack.
When we, you know, get to that like 25-30 minute mark, I still don't feel they have enough to bring him down. The laning stage for him was not the greatest, but he managed to recover with the Arun Talon in the jungle. Big zip.
Yeah, Supreme finds the backup here. Immersion's Rubik picked off, and they also jump towards Dream with the Ether Remnant, and now the Nature's Grasp. He tries to doppelganger away. I don't know if he can trick them and bait them, though. The Urn's already on the real one. The Omni, though, with a bit of a heal there. Heavenly Grace should be coming in a second, and Dream turns with a lance, and FN holds the line. Turns to fight. Overgrowth will keep them at bay, though. Live to win can't go for any more. So just a Rubik to fall.
33. With the Resonant Pulse and Living Armor, he's pretty much unkillable. He does not care about the PL and the illusions. Now the Fusel Blade is done, so like Storm Spirit will need to be very careful about how he uses the zips.
Bye-bye, Omni Knight. Now he knows there's definitely vision on the high ground there. But yeah, coming back to the Diffusal Blade choice, I think you're right. It's that item timing where they, like, Slardar had a rough first, like, 4 or 5 minutes, but Old A is still going to have himself a 16-minute Blink Dagger now,
Yeah.
and they've got the Blink and Diffusal Blade ready.
Perfect timing, actually. Like, considering how the game is going, you want to have your items synced. Lina, LSA misses. He
He jumps in, that's a big
aggressively.
silence. Dream is down.
Man down.
Oh dear. That was a very quick little kill there from Mudgolems. Phantom Lancer just doppelgangering into the middle of them all, and that was meant to be the smoke timing. They were meant to be trying to play into that PL.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, he wanted to play aggressive, probably thought I cannot die, but there was no one to back him up. SoNNeikO was on dewarding mission. What? My brain's lagging.
The mission was an issue.
Yeah.
Got themselves a dispel there onto the Orchid. Storm Spirit all caught up. The telekinesis and that Guardian Angel coming means Supreme's down. And Yule Scepter up again. No chains for 4 seconds, but Fata just going to get right-clicked down here by FN. Goes
comes
back with a
Drow.
multi-shot and a Light Strike Array, and FN crumbles. Good turnaround players. Mudgolems bring that Drow into action. And 3-3, thinking about poking his head up that ramp. Doesn't commit for it, though.
Now imagine if they had Phantom Lancer in that fight. With the Slaughter's amplified damage, like, it could have been a disaster for Mudgolems. Power Rangers still silently farming, second on the net worth. Just going for the standard items, you know, Dragonlance into Manta style, but might start thinking about getting some kind of AoE against the Phantom Lancer and the illusions.
Yeah, because Storm's not going to do that. Maybe the Void Spirit, yeah, Shiva's Guard being queued up. Could be the one to try and handle him as SoNNeikO gets a heal off, but MiLAN shuts him down with the Laguna Blade. Mudgolems being the much more active team as it feels like they need to be against this Phantom Lancer. Close out the map so he can't continue to free farm. And
This was their fight to take. Like, live to win. Phantom Lancer died there. It could have been a turning point in this game.
All the stolen Remnant. Yule's up. They've got the Remnant back on the Slardar, so no stun from him. The Yules again, it's just everyone being cycloned and sent into the sky. How many bloody Yules do we have right now? Overgrowth comes, Fata's still trapped. The Light Strike Array trying to clip the illusions, but the Slayer Fist from FN secures him.
Begins. My eternal.
Feels like everyone and their mum's got a Yule Scepter in this game.
Well, Storm said
Radiant's
Storm
middle
is
tower
coming.
under attack.
Jump in from
His end.
Afterlife onto 3-3. They've got the Vortex back and the Slardar's down. Dreams also dropping incredibly quickly, but the Purification in there. Heavenly Grace not enough. As the Stolen Remnant does drag 3-3 across, but now FN's in trouble. SoNNeikO dropping the tower hit and the Dragon Slave clear him up. Mudgolems defending their tier 1 with everything they've got, and Rubik. Another casualty here as 3-3 just keeps on remnanting forward. Dissimilate and the finishing touch.
Drow Ranger uncontested in these fights. Like, they are completely ignoring her. She has 0 deaths at the moment because, like, when you think about how these fights are played out, like, no one wants to jump in the backlash. You're afraid of LSA, you're afraid of Treant Protector, and Mudgolems, they have a pretty solid front line. With this Void Spirit, Yule Scepter, so he has a way of dispelling things for himself. So yeah, Storm gets this Aegis, and the Storm is also the one who's getting the first jump, so he creates a lot of chaos, which, you know, gives Live to Win an opportunity to respond. That's all they can do. Like, if Mudgolems are making the first move, Live to Win is in a really bad spot.
Be fearless.
Dire are
And
scanning.
now scrambling towards Manta on that PL. Coming back to that point you made about Manta style being super valuable here against all of the silences. Maybe he felt like he could rely on
It's
this
not
Heavenly
even
Grace.
Yasha yet, Gary.
I know. It's desperate. That's why I said scrambling. He's really having a few struggles.
Those 2 deaths were really costly.
Storm finding a regen rune and getting away from Old A. Trying with that Blink Crush. Still Supreme with the Aegis though, so cracking through 2 of those lives. Pretty difficult task ahead of them. Bunkering down in their triangle, and plenty of wards and vision here from the Dire team just to try and secure at least a portion of the map for themselves. Well, this is where the real break in the game can happen. Drow Rangers ready with Manta Dragonlance. They've got Storm, Aegis, Orchid, Kaya. They are ready with this smoke to find some big high priority kills. Pinging out the Rubik. Immersion's an easy one. Very simple here for Supreme.
Regeneration.
Oh, did you see that? Rubik did not use Dome of Knowledge, you know, to keep his level lower so he get less XP and gold. Nice.
Dire's courier
The
has
strategy.
been killed.
Courier's dying as
play.
well. 2 NIP from that smoke. They get a kill on Rubik. 2 couriers take control of the safe place of farm that Phantom Lance was trying to hold on to. And now move down towards the bottom tier 1.
Where's the party?
Dire's bottom
This Drow
tower
is becoming
under attack.
incredibly scary.
Yeah, Drow's a huge problem. Like, they're not addressing it,
Dire's
and
structures
for the
are
next,
fortified.
what, 3
Dire's
minutes,
bottom
they
tower
still
is under
have
attack.
Aegis.
Radiant's top
They
tower
can't
is
take any
under
fights
attack.
with this Aegis on Storm Spirit, so they will have
Dire's
to
bottom
play
tower
a
has
passive
fallen.
Dota until, you know, 40 minutes possibly, where Phantom Lancer just wants to get his items.
Oh, Vortex and Orchid, FN. Nice save coming in from SoNNeikO and Old A, bursting the Aegis down. That's the Maelstrom and the Yules for the Ember Spirit now, as 3-3 makes the move forward, forcing the catch onto Slardar with a clumsy net, and Storm Spirit will gladly come in and take yet another kill.
Okay, I mean, considering the situation they're in, it's still fine for Live to Win. They took the Aegis off, traded it for Slardar.
Radiant's
Phantom
middle
Lancer's
tower
farming
is
the
under
triangle
attack.
once again. We gotta stay positive in this game.
Stay positive. Smile.
Dire's top
Maybe stay
tower-
positive.
chat.
It's not the best thing to say in 2020
Why? Oh, right.
because of the Corona situation. Yeah,
Have you had a test yet?
I did. Yeah,
It's not
Dire's
nice, is
top
it?
tower
2
has
times
fallen.
negative. Yeah.
Very good, me too. Not my favorite thing in the world, I'll tell you that.
I mean, it's not like I was bored. What should I do? When we were in Ukraine for V-Play event, we had to get tested, and we did a double test just to be sure.
What do you mean you weren't bored? It's like someone said, you want to go watch a movie? And you said, nah, let's go get a COVID
Now,
test.
let's get tested.
Fata thought that was funny as well, thank you. Another smoke for Mudgolems. Oh, they're just going to jungle with it. Hold onto that triangle on the dark side of the map, but he Yules into Light Strike Array. Not catching, and that means the Remnant away from FN. Gets him to the tier 3. And it is all a nice bit of room here for Dream to get a bit closer to that Manta style.
Touche.
Is he still the God King in this game? Is it a matter of time?
How this game developed, not really.
Dire's
I
middle
think
tower
right now
is
they
under
need to
attack.
play for 5,
Radiant's
5-6
bottom
slotted
tower
Phantom
is under
Lancer,
attack.
33 full Shiva's Guard.
Oh, jeez. That's a pretty quick one. 20 odd minutes in. Phantom Lancer hiding behind the trees, but he's been found. Doesn't have the Manta, so the Orchid there, and he's going to hit the ground with a thud as MiLAN Supreme, a dominating streak for your Storm Spirit. Fata even going to give the tip to MiLAN.
Doesn't it?
MiLAN is really farmed. Level 14, Fuel Scepter, Ether Lance, and a casual Ghost Scepter with the Keen Optic. That he went for damage talents
Radiant's
at
bottom
level
tower
10.
is under attack.
Interesting. This is something that we usually don't see.
Give me the right clicks. Storm with a big zip towards the base finds Immersion.
And those right clicks.
Under attack.
Take him down with the right clicks. Yeah, absolutely right. 3-3s diving the tier 3s. They want to try and close this game out before the Phantom Lancer even becomes a problem. Tier 3 for Mudgolems. Starting to open up for them once that creep wave arrives. They've got caught up on a bit of a sentry ward there, but they'll
Dire's
get there in
middle
time.
tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
A bit of desperation from Live to Win, just trying to split push out these side lanes as much as they can. And look what Skiter's got queued up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is how you counter a Phantom Lancer. Like, he just went for a standard item build to get rid of the corrosive
Dire's
haze, the
middle tower
chains.
has fallen.
Skitter's having a
Dire's
blast in
courier
this
has
game.
been killed.
Like, completely uncontested.
Oh, Dream's Courier. No Manta coming for him. And he's still 600 gold away from it anyway. But the TP's coming. They want to make the jump. The two-man stun. All day kicks it off with a bang, but the Yule's from there. Void Spirit keeps him safe and sound, and they've still got an overgrowth here from Fata. He's going to try and use it, but the Yule's on the slaughter. Stops any of that nonsense. Wow, with Drow Ranger trying to run away. FN got her number. It's a big pick-off if they can find it. Light Strike Ray comes just a second too late. Clumsy net onto All Day, but he turns and faces the Fata, and 3-3 with Supreme getting a double kill. Storm is untouched in that fight. A 2 for 2, you've lost your Drow, and actually 3-3 getting caught with the chains. Telekinesis.
Low on mana.
And Dream is in there. Yule Scepter up, buys a bit of time for an Astral Step down south. Ether Remnant might be able to catch one of them. The retreat from 3-3, he's found by the Remnant. Beautiful
Really good
plays by
spot.
Live to Win.
Yeah, I mean, Omni Knight got jumped by the Storm Spirit. He still does not have a defensive item, only a Chappy Amulet, not really helping out too much. But once he gets to that Glimmer Cape, might be able to save himself from the Storm Spirit. The problem is, Omni Knight.
Oh, there is the Amulet. Supreme with a double damage rune, though, puts an end to it.
How many deaths does he have? 6. I mean, that's fine. It's really not fine. It's more of a that's fine meme where the house is on fire, you're sitting there smiling because you know it's not.
It's all fine, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, SoNNeiko's job is just really to sit behind this Phantom Lancer for the rest of the game. Put spells on Dream.
The most important part is they didn't lose any Raxes yet, so still have way of coming back to the game. Problem is they can't really show on the lanes because they're playing against two very maneuverable heroes, both spirits. So if someone wants to play this split pushing game, get more greedy, he's gonna get caught.
Man, you're talking about Lina being farmed. Fata has 2,500 gold saved up, and then you look at Slardar, he's barely ahead of the Treant Protector there. What do you think? Fata does have Solar queued up, but is he thinking about like a Blink Dagger?
I don't think he needs it. Like, getting a Solar Crest to make yourself tankier against the Slardar, it's a very valuable item this game.
Live to Win afraid of that top lane. No one from Mudgolems is showing. All 5 of them are grouped up in that mid spot. Titan Sliver for the Drow Ranger coming out. Mindbreaker, Storm. Lina holding onto the Keen Optic.
MiLAN actually thinking about getting damage. MKB queued up with the
jeez.
damage talent.
I'm over here.
Okay, Storm straight in onto Old A. Half HP Slardar being dropped quickly. Telekinesis onto an illusion to try and hold them back, but the Laguna Blade damage is enough. Even with that Guardian Angel popped. Dream considering the return kill onto Fata. Phantom Lancer, overgrowth, and stunned by the Light Strike Array. Buyback from Slardar now as they fight. It does brew, but 3-3. He's boiled the kettle and killed off the Phantom Lancer. SoNNeikO's in trouble now. Shadow Amulet to hide him, but the sentry ward's down. There's no escaping from Mudgolems now. It is a beyond godlike Supreme Storm Spirit.
Like, Omni Knight cannot catch a break. He needs to be close to use his spells, but every single time he uses his spells, runs back in the back line to see, you know, if anyone wants to jump on him, because he is the target.
And here's the one dying very quickly.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Still no push up to high ground, though. Mudgolems with a number of couriers in the pin, actually. Drow, Storm, and Slardar has a courier in there to scout when the big man's up, which will be in about 10 seconds.
And because of that buyback, Treant Protector has more net worth than the offlane Slardar.
Oh. He's still holding on 3,000 gold, actually.
Dire's courier has been
Fata, what are you doing?
At this point, like, I think you should just invest and buy Medallion at least. Keep the buyback.
He's gonna buy Radiance, you know?
Aghanim Scepter, he's playing late game.
Radiant's middle tower
Radiance
is
against
under
PL.
attack.
It's perfect. Just
There's
needs, you know,
no
1,000
way.
gold for
I
Relic.
mean, for the
You
meme.
shut your mouth. there is absolutely a way. I'm willing it. There is a way. FN with the Heavenly Grace on him gets out of that initiation from Mudgolems. And Roshan, the big pointer contest now from both teams as we've got 10 heroes converging towards the pit. Nobody wants to make the first move, though. It is incredibly scary. Outpost grabbed by Immersion. Fata jumping in with 3-3. Gonna be trying to take down the Rubik, but Astral step away and Supreme. Long range zip. Finds the Rubik, who does have buyback, but my goodness, SoNNeikO blasted by MiLAN gets himself a double kill. Overgrowth doesn't actually grab anyone, but Storm will. FN with a Vortex there. Backing away from the PL illusions, which were definitely bolstering the defense of Live to Win.
Storm Spirit with the Aghanim Scepter. Oh, it's a tough one. It's a great setup for Overgrowth, a great setup for like LSA. Second Roche just respawned and they kill it so quickly.
Also killing Old A top. Slardar is getting close to the bottom of the net worth board.
Yeah, Slardar's gonna have to somehow manage to get farm. If he has a BKB in those fights, it's gonna be so much easier because they can go and isolate one target and then reset, go again. Without a BKB, like, he's just food. He blinks in, crush, dead. Like, there's no save. Like, SoNNeikO does not want to use abilities on Slardar, that's for sure. Basher down on Phantom Lancer, 19k gold lead.
Feels like the end game.
Yeah, like,
Dire's
if they
middle
lose
barracks are under attack.
1-2 heroes,
They're running in, trying to catch Fata. Gets a couple of spells off. They're also aiming in towards the back end. The Phantom Lancer Yule's up though, and well, this is dangerous now. The Storm Spirit rips them to shreds, and Skiter just holds his ground, stands up against FN and fights into Dream. 3 heroes obliterated, and Live to Win don't have any buybacks left, and the first line of barracks is going to come tumbling down.
Dire's structures are fortified.
still Aegis and Cheese. Like Storm Spirit holding on to Cheese because he's playing against Phantom Lancer. They decided to give it to Drow Ranger because they want to hit some buildings, and with Drow Ranger attacking buildings, I don't think you can just go on her because there's going to be counterplay for Mudgolems.
And MiLAN's like, ooh, farm down bottom lane. No, MKB's done.
See you.
MKB done, yeah. Once you had that level 20 more attack speed coming up from Fiery Soul, I've not seen this before. Like, at least from the position 4, usually it's the Refresher, Ags type of a build, Glimmer Cape, Force Staff. Like, Lina can buy so many items, and he bought the Tome for himself. He just wants that level 20 talent.
It's like usually we see the Shivers or the BKB coming first before the MKB2.
They caught
Catching
Storm.
Storm, that's a good pick off. Everyone converging onto Supreme, and that's a big streak to take. 776 gold for SoNNeikO, so his 9 deaths made up for now.
Radiant's middle tower is
Maybe a
under
tier
attack.
1.
Yeah,
Radiant's
if
structures
somehow
are fortified.
they can give Phantom Lance or any kind of cheat, they can give him Scotty for free, I think this game would be pretty even.
But they can't, can they?
They
Radiant's
cannot.
middle tower has
Unfortunately, they cannot.
Go back to the old Dota 1 days where, you know,
Yeah,
you
just
disconnect.
buys like that, yeah.
Lose a player, give all your gold to the other one, drop your items. Or you could give sals and stuff and sell them, right?
You could also buy items at one point.
Oh yeah,
Radiant's
just straight up
middle
buy
tower
them for
is
other
under
people.
attack.
Here's a hand of Midas.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Left to win with a pretty good move across the map here after that kill. Get themselves a bit of space. Ember Spirit returns to bottom lane, but it feels like as soon as Storm is alive, Mudgolems just go round 2, smoke to the top side of the map, find a pick off, and then take another lane of barracks. 1.5 minutes remaining on that Drow's Aegis. Storm still
Radiant's
holding
top
cheese.
tower is under attack.
Look at the way Live to Win moves around the map. Like 3 heroes just being together, holding hands in case something happens, because they cannot show against the Storm Spirit who's this farmed. You cannot be alone.
FN. Spidey senses tingling, but he zipped back into the waiting arms of an Orchid and a Gust, the Yule Scepter up. And now comes the Gust and Drow, perfectly timed from Skiter. Really well done there to take down FN, who might be forced to buy back in a second.
Illusion.
Did you see what 3-3 just did?
Yeah, he used 2 Astral Steps to try to get a catch with the Yule Scepter. Yeah, he's having a blast. I believe you and me, Gary, yesterday talked about one of the most useless items in the game. And
was
that's,
just gonna ask.
Aya and Sag.
Yep. Sag and Kappa. Being grabbed up by FN, by 3-3. No, they jump in. Dream trying to find the use out of that Abyssal Blade. Guardian Angel comes. Dream dropping low though. Laguna Blade now jumping out, but the other good catches him and Supreme. He's really focused in onto Dream, but another doppelganger with that Heavenly Grace and a Glimmer Cape through SoNNeikO actually gets him out of danger, and FN is playing around with the rest of the Mudgolems. He doesn't have an escape now, does he? Out goes 3-3, Remnant forward and Drought Ranger. With Supreme finding the finishing touches, but Dream has come back in again, and Phantom Lancer, well, that Drow just pummeling him. The right-click damage is ridiculous.
It's too much. Like the damage from the Draw Ranger with that Butterfly Aegis just expired, but cancel the regeneration with the last attack from the PL Illusion.
Does Slaughter have an item yet?
The one that we saw 20 minutes ago. Like literally there's no item progression. He he bought Ogre Axe and has some gold saved up.
Sad lad Slaughter. Not feeling too hot. And what did Treant buy? A Lotus Orb. That's not a Radiance.
How unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, Lotus Orb is also fine, makes sense. It gives you armor and gives you... So you don't lose the armor when you use it on someone. And like Solar Crest does. So you can still dispel Slaughter, ulti, chains, Fade Bolt. Like you can also make a good counterplay to Abyssal Blade potentially.
Oh yeah. Like put it on your Storm Spirit. Reverse that Abyssal Blade. Still feeling like they want to go top tier 3 in barracks, even without Aegis now. Mudgolems make the move there and do pressure into mid as well.
Illusion Escape. Found by Mudgolems. They give it to Draw Ranger instantly.
And there goes that illusion onto high ground. Spotting out observers and sentries and all that good stuff up there as well. And Drow just stands there. Repair kit out from Live to Win will force Mudgolems back at least for a second or two. And the strength of that AoE vortex from Storm really does become apparent against this PL.
They just clear the illusion instantly. All right, Gary.
Waiting for next row.
What do you think? Is there still potential for a possible comeback? Like Phantom
always
Lancer
potential.
melts that there's always potential, you're correct. Until the throne falls, don't call it.
Like, FN is also doing a pretty good amount of damage himself, and he's got Quickening Charm. Spamming out a lot of damage onto these BKB-less carries, but the Storm jump into mid. Dream, half HP, but the turnaround play from All Day. The blink, the stun, but the damage, oh my god, Mudgolems annihilate them. All Day's down, Dream with the Heavenly Grace and the Guardian Angel, but the Yule Scepter up. It's going to get dispelled a little bit there and silenced by the Storm. Light Striker Ray doesn't even connect because he died so fast, and now the Rubik's caught up in either Remnant from 3-3 and a double kill from Skiter. Buybacks arriving from Live to Win, desperately looking to defend their base. PL and Ember making the move forward, but tentatively falling back now.
That's well said, Garrett. There's always a chance, maybe not in this game, in the next one, but there always is, because I think they're done with this one.
Very good, Lacoste. Wait, does 3-3 have the, No, he doesn't. I was wondering there, he's like scouting with his Remnant. Doesn't have the true side, of course. They've got a gem on Storm. That's what I was looking for. I was like, there's no sentry or anything? How are they scouting up high ground?
Oh, Storm will gladly take that one. Minotaur Horn, so you can go in, use the horn, see where everyone's standing, and then pop a BKB.
Double magic immunity. Roshan soon. Mudgolems always just going to be in this position where Live to Win can't really break the line to get towards the pit. 3-3's cutting bot wave. MiLAN has cleared out the wave near the tier 2 tower. There's nowhere on the map for Live to Win to be apart from up in that top lane near their own tier 3, hiding, cowering.
Mudgolems, they know Roche will spawn very soon. They also have a courier inside the pit, so when it spawns, they're gonna get that cheese ages +1.
Arcane Rune Storm now as well. If things couldn't get any better for Supreme, had a couple of dodgy games the other day on the Morphling, but Supreme on Storm, most certainly spectacular. 28 Bloodstone charges, working on a Scythe of Vice as they think about the move on to Dream.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Back to the high ground we go as Live to Win bunker in their base.
And the Aghanim Scepter. So Brow Ranger will gladly take that one.
On Roche.
And the illusions.
Aghanim's blessing time. I'm actually surprised Live to Win have stayed in the game for the last 20 minutes.
I mean, they still have 2 set of Raxes, both tier 3 towers still alive.
34k net worth deficit, and third Roche falling though. The beginning of the end here in game 1. Phantom Lancer.
And Drow Ranger will hit level 25 with the Aghanim's blessing from Roshan himself.
She's got Butterfly, Lincoln's, Hurricane Pike, Manta. Like all 4 of these items are like defensive and offensive at the same time. Oh, FN. Oh, a bit spooky over there, mate. If he got caught, that could very well be game over because he doesn't have buyback. In fact, looking at Dire buyback, no PL, no Ember, no Rubik, no Slardar. They have 1 buyback and it's the Omni Knight. SoNNeikO, time to go run into the middle of them all. Bait some spells.
Yep. Repair kit also available. Not gonna pop it.
Buffing up the Ember Spirit a little bit. That tier 3 just crumbling in front of them. Storm zipping in with a 3-man vortex. It's a gorgeous initiation from Supreme. Immersion survives with a barely amount of HP, but he's dead without buyback now. And Old A into the fountain we go to hide. Dream is trying to battle with MiLAN. Has the Guardian Angel and the Heavenly Grace, but another vortex comes as they do drag FN in, and Dream is blown up. Laguna Blade finishes him off. MiLAN with a great game on this. Position 4, Lina looking for more in the fountain dive, but GG has already been called. Dream, he's already disconnected. Oh, they find Old A. Not quite killing him at the very end there, but a one-way street. Very decisive victory from Mudgolems. Yeah, rough one for Live to Win.
I still feel they had a chance, the 2 deaths on Phantom Lancer, when he should be strong and when they should be taking the fights. Like, he was not there. Like, he died, and then the next fight also died, so